You definitely want to
You can see Corey Holcomb at the Improv this weekend. He's hilarious. Welcome back to the Monsters of the Morning on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Russ Rollins along with Angel and Carlos. Jeff Howell with us today.
Yes.
Ryan Holmes and Corey Holcomb.
Do the listeners know that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a topic of conversation. Corey's just finding out that Russ has been married a couple times.
Yeah. Oh, you know.
This is the player of the room, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I was telling
Next
him.
time I come here, I'm bringing a pimp bag. What size hat you wear?
It's getting bigger.
Get a square one. Get a square head.
And we were talking about monogamy, right? And it's something that as I'm looking, I'm looking stuff on the up online. For whatever reason, when I look you up, there's a bunch of Corey Holcombs. When I find you, there are a lot of stuff with you and Ari Spears for some reason. There's a lot of crossover with that.
I hate that.
Yeah.
He got beat up on my show.
That's right.
That was your show.
You guys know Ari Spears.
Yeah, he comes in here. I get along with him great. He's had some issues with other people.
A bucket of fun.
Yeah. You know
All
what
right,
I mean?
so Corey, here's the thing. Russ says he gets along with him great. This is an impersonation of Ari Spears from when he comes in during the break. Like watching you, and you could tell everyone's engaged and you're talking and everything. We go to commercial.
Oh, you're right.
And this is your.
Yeah, he's not very nice. Yeah, he's not very personal.
It's insecurity, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys know what it is.
Yeah.
He's an insecure dude. He goes on stage and he tries to get through it.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us are actually comedians who have something to say, and we're happy to be here because we know we're going to rock the house.
Yeah.
This guy's going to try to sell you that same show from last year.
Yeah.
Who is this fight with on your show?
The other guy, his name is Zoe Williams, who's normally a mild-mannered guy, and
Laid into him.
Yeah, it's just Aries was in there. He was drunk and he was running his mouth, and I feel like he was trying to do that. But I hate that my name is mixed up with his like that because it helps him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all the photos of him, and it says that he was on your show.
Right.
But
They needed to show the after photos when I helped him to his car.
Oh, did you? But monogamy is something that comes up a lot as well. So that must be something people question you about that a lot.
Well, yeah, especially after I had this interview on the Breakfast Club, I just said something about not being that guy who's able to be with one person. And, when guys are around and it's only guys, they're like, yeah, man, I know what you mean. But when guys are around their girl, they're like, I don't know why you're like that. It's like, this is really what the world is. We're just so phony with our girlfriends.
Yeah.
I just can't be phony anymore at my age. I'm the type of guy, like, especially when I'm on the road. I even like to be alone because I don't want to look at the shock of the person who I may want to, hang with for the weekend.
Yeah.
When they realize I'm not going to smile it off with them and say what they want me to say.
So, okay.
But I think I'm fair.
Yeah.
Being honest.
Along with that, thing about being honest and everything, then would it not make sense then to get divorced or because being married and dating's kind of
Wrong a little bit in the eyes of a lot of people.
I guess if you're married to someone and you're dating other people, I guess that's wrong. Yeah. I guess if you're gonna look at it that way,
Corey's having an awakening.
But
I'm
Corey,
just doing what everybody else is doing.
It's almost like he just realized it. He's like, maybe that is wrong.
But if all parties involved are aware of that, everyone knows what the deal is.
Yeah.
Most of the time, all parties are not aware of it. But the truth is, guys get married to the girl that they don't want to see out messing with everybody else.
Okay.
It's a selfish move that we do as guys. We know it's not going to work with her, but we just put so much effort, money, time into her. We'll just go along with the marriage, hoping that we can keep her away from the other guys as long as we can. It's a survival instinct. You get married out of desperation.
But see, that's a generalization, though, right?
Yeah, I have a pretty good relationship. I don't know.
No, I mean, that's a generalization. Just the same way that you wouldn't want people, a generalization to say that most people get married just to keep that. That's not true. I know I didn't.
Of course you didn't.
No, but I know. But I'm not saying that doesn't happen. For me to say that never happens would be a lie. But to generalize and say that's what everybody does, that's not the case. But I think from what you've seen, a lot of what you've seen, that's been the case. It must be because that's something a deep held belief.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's the nightlife crowd.
Well, yeah. Well, see, here's the deal. You're in a position to take advantage of it because you're on stage, people know you, you're famous. When people see performers, they go, there's an attraction sometimes. It doesn't mean every girl wants to have sex with you, but there are plenty that do, and you're taking advantage, which is great. But a lot of people don't have that.
Corey, listen to your Ghost of Christmas Future here.
Yes. Listen to me, Ebenezer. So when most people who have a 9-to-5 job and stuff, and they're not meeting people, they don't have the opportunity to do it, so they kind of hold on to the best one they ever met, or that. And I'm not saying that's everybody.
Are we trying to have an intervention with Corey Holcomb?
No, he was a nerd.
Corey,
I'm just discussing it.
I'm just speaking the
Corey,
truth.
you do you. You be the best, Corey.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying that one of the reasons that your friends might be going, well, I got late, is because they're not out in front of people like you are.
Well, Chris Rock said it best in the stand-up, like with "You're only as good as your options," right?
Yeah.
That was one of his.
Here's the deal: if I didn't play music for a living for 40 years, I would have married the first girl that ever showed me the nicotine. I'm telling you, man.
How about that? And this is all true. But that thing you just said, say that again.
You're only as good as your options.
But listen, people don't realize how true that is. It's so true, it's scary. If you have options, meaning money is the number one option. If you got money, now this is gonna make people mad.
Oh, good.
If you got money, you can get almost any woman you want.
Oh my God!
There
went your Facebook account. Your Facebook account.
Oh, they just took your Friendster account. Oh my God!
Listen. If I am willing to spend the money, I can at the Improv this weekend. I want if someone can come in there and pick out the girl I can't get. I'm willing to spend the money to show. Oh, I can get her.
This is a show. This is a proving point.
I can get her.
That's a YouTube video. That's a YouTube video.
You know what I'm saying? You can get her.
Hidden
Show me
camera.
the one that's off limits, not one that's with a guy.
Well, okay,
because
okay,
that's taking it too far.
Or on
But when you
crutches.
see
That's taking it too far.
You didn't see that Corey Holcomb. That's taking it too far.
I don't mess with them when they're with a guy because I'm like, he's got enough problems. But I'm saying, when you see a girl that's out, whether she's by herself or if she's with a group of girls, whatever, if you have money, chances are you can get her to go.
Well, you just pissed off a lot of women.
When they're by themselves, it's not even nothing to talk about.
Yeah, right.
When they're in the group, they have to act prideful in front of the group. But I'm telling you, I challenge someone to point out I'll spend the money this weekend to make my point.
Hey,
I'll spend thousands if I need to.
What's your favorite city for picking up women? If you're going to pick up women, what city?
Well, I would say one of the easiest cities is Cleveland. I'm sorry, Cleveland. Don't get mad.
Why
but those
Cleveland?
girls-
There's not else to do there.
There's a struggle in Cleveland that's real. And I don't know what it is. but It's just not hard there.
And you're like, can't wait to go to Cleveland.
LeBron left.
It's not like Cleveland. I'm like, get away from me. It's too much. I can't handle it all.
Oh man,
I said I wasn't taking those pills no more.
Oh man.
You guys ever wonder why Corey's tours always stop in Cleveland twice?
Yeah, we're doing 6 shows, 7 shows in Cleveland.
Right.
He's like
Very
the Garth
dehydrated.
Brooks of comedy there. He just does multiple shows.
I'm always sleepy on that flight after Cleveland.
Wouldn't it be great if Corey comes back a year from now and he's like, guys, I found the one.
Well, I found the one.
Yeah.
I've got a special lady.
No, but
and
you
she's-
do. You do.
Yes, I do.
You're not. You're in the process.
You mean your wife
Your
or-
wife now.
No, not my wife. That's the opposite of the special lady. That's the one that got me. I'm branded on the back. You know what I mean?
Oh, not your wife. Okay. So there's another special
Did you
lady.
say wife?
How dare you, sir?
I didn't mean to ruin the party by saying
So you do have
You
a
should
spec-
know better over there.
I know, you're right. Yeah.
So you got one, but she's just cool with your way of life.
She's
essentially.
not like everybody else. She understands that, trying to get a man to be what women expect him to be is really like trying to move a mountain.
Yeah.
And she understands that.
But does she ever want you to marry her and she can come to you guys have a house together and
Everybody's not about the Huxtables.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not how it always goes.
Right.
You can have a friend and you guys can be down with each other. Here's the thing that I tell everybody. The problem is you can't lie to people. That's the thing that makes everybody that you can't fix that. Once you get caught lying, it's like almost like you broke something that will never be repaired right.
Well, trust is the only thing you really kind of have with a real person that you can.
And once you break it, it's always there in the back of the head. Well, you did lie to me this time.
No doubt. No doubt.
You don't want to lie because if you get let me tell you something. When you tell the truth, and you're just going to be honest with them, they can't blame you anymore. They're still going to stick around for a while.
For a while.
They don't go right away most of the time. Most of the time, they think you're going through something.
Yeah, they're like, he'll turn around.
Right.
I get him later.
Yeah.
So how many years has this special one been around?
About close to 3 years.
Wow.
Whoa.
And does she?
2 years, maybe.
Is she monogamous to you?
I don't know.
So that's something you just don't talk about.
I think so, but I don't know.
If you found out,
Do you care one way or the other? Like, does it bother?
Of course you care, but I'm just saying, it's like I'm smart enough to know not to try to pin somebody into what I want them to be at this stage.
Right.
I watch who you are, and I trust my instincts.
Yeah.
I trust my instincts. I don't think my instincts will lead me wrong.
So your instinct tells you, I don't think she's doing anything with that.
Yeah.
But if you found out, let's say you find out, Corey finds out, wow, she's actually been with multiple guys, and actually as many women as you've been with, would you leave her?
No.
Okay.
He's an asset.
Oh,
An
like a
asset
commodity.
to my life.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
But she's got a great asset.
Right.
Hey, did you meet her in Cleveland? Where'd you meet her?
She'll come to Cleveland with me.
Yeah.
She'll come to Cleveland with me. It is what it is.
No,
It's like, I wish everybody would find somebody that you can talk to for real.
Yeah.
Because it's a life changer. If you talk, if you find somebody in your life that you can really,
no doubt,
listen, this is what's happening. Because telling the truth is the hardest thing in the world to do.
Yeah.
Especially with the lady you're with.
Yeah.
Telling her what it really is.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Most women are not going to stick around for who you really are.
Yeah.
Most women stick around for who you tell them you are.
Yeah. I think I think if you front load the relationship with bad stuff and then you're trying to work towards like being honest, it's very hard. But if you're honest from the beginning, then you can carry that all the way through. So
this is shocking. A man messing around with more than one woman is not actually a bad thing. It's just it's looked at as a bad thing.
Do tell.
It's actually human nature.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's human nature.
Yeah.
Now, guys who can just be with one lady, I salute you.
Yeah.
I think it's great.
admirable. It's admirable.
Well, thank you.
But I'm on my way to Cleveland.
I'm on my way to Cleveland.
I mean,
Hey, guys, has your wife ever met your special girl, or do those worlds?
Of course not.
You're being ridiculous. What are you doing?
That's a bad question.
Did you say wife and truth? That's just not how that works.
Oh, okay, all right.
And this
She's going to find out about this interview, and she's going to be playing on my phone, even though we're not around each
Oh, I
other.
thought this was already out. I didn't know that. Like,
No, she still gets mad. You don't say stuff like that. I'm like, you mean the truth?
Dude, Corey, you just gotta divorce her, man. Just go through it. And you don't even have to deal with it.
Probably be divorced. Real soon.
Does she? Do you think she still wants to be married to you, or is she just kind of hanging in there?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that I'm at a stage in my life where I like going to sleep with a clear conscience.
Yeah.
And some people, it's very hard to communicate with them. I'm not even talking about the truth. I'm talking about communication, being able to get a word out.
Sure.
And if you don't know about that stuff, when you grow up without the guidance of a man, which is maybe something that happened to me.
Okay, see, now that's when we were talking initially. The root, there's always a root to everything. People aren't born with anything. It's not like, your program, okay, Corey's going to be like this. The root, and this is no diss because I have my own issues from my own ways that I grew up, that may be the root of the issue. Did you not grow up with a father?
Yeah, like a lot of people. But listen, check it. I'm not just talking about a dad. I'm talking about, like, I think that there needs to be a way that, like, I was watching that movie Gladiator.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know how there's a protocol with how you do things in the village and around everybody, and then you go out in the world and you come back as a man after you go hunt the wolf down or whatever.
Yeah.
We don't have that. You know what I mean? We just wing it and find out through pain what's bad and what's good.
Yeah, a lot of people.
And not only that, even the adults that have been through it,
They don't know.
they don't know the right way. You know, they go,
No doubt.
this worked, this kind of backfired, this worked, and they throw it out there.
That's
and
right.
kids go, you're old, you don't know what you're talking about.
We were
yet."
just talking about a story just earlier where Berkeley is having it's an adulting class because people aren't, they don't teach your kids how to, like do a checkbook or
Yeah.
I knew nothing about taxes when I graduated. Is that something that would you want to go to an adulting class?
I would love to audit one of those adulting classes just to see what they're talking about. But there's also other things besides the checkbook.
Yeah.
There's things you
Life
need to
things.
know about the opposite sex before you get out there and start trying to be around the opposite sex.
Word, yeah.
And
Like
different
they're
things
insane.
in life. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Wow, you
Yeah.
just took the words out of my mouth.
we think on the
You
same
and
plane.
Jeff
yeah.
are so
Seriously.
Jeff has the talk where
Yeah.
he has the talk with the lady that he's with. Like,
Yeah.
we're not going to be together.
If I saw-
No, we're not.
if I saw-
We're not going to be together. That's a terrible
I'm
talk.
sorry.
No.
Yeah, tell him to talk, Jeff.
I'll just give it real quick. Basically, if you find that you like being with this person, because if you don't like being with them, there's no use talking. There's no use going through that. But you just say, look, I reserve the right to date anybody at any time, to go out with anybody at any time during the relationship, and you have the same right. There's no double standard here.
I think that's sugar-coated because what I would say is
Yeah.
I reserve the right to go out with other people, like you said, and I would tell them, if you do it, judgment will happen.
Oh, yeah. No. Believe me. Russ at one time said, I'm going to try it. I'm going to do that talk thing, man. I don't want commitment out there. I'm going to do that. And he came back to me and he goes, man, that talk thing doesn't work. I said, I never said it worked.
No, it doesn't work. And while you're giving her the talk, I'm usually saying, will you marry me?
She said yes.
Don't
3
do
for
it.
3. 4 for 4.
Yeah.
5 for 5.
Yeah, what we think alike.
The podcast is a 5150 podcast. Corey, always
Man,
pleasure to
thanks
have
for
you come
coming
Hey,
in.
man, y'all, I had a ball like I always do when I see y'all, man. Thanks for letting me hang out, man.
Improv all weekend long with Corey Holcomb. Thank you so much. Of course, come in next time you're in town.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
when we come back, Angel's going to bring you the ones and twos. Don't go anywhere.